So I've been reading online and I've read that a lot of you, share that load with your husband, and it's the done thing to do the 50-50. Girl, when I do it myself, I do it in 20 minutes and I'm in bed and I'm sleeping like a baby, as they say. When I ask my husband to do it, number one, he moves at the pace of a sloth molasses animal.
Hi, I'm Paige. I'm a mom of 4 kids and I share the load 50-50 with my husband in this house. But it wasn't always like that. I was once exactly like this original creator. I used to think that I was just better at taking care of my kids. I was faster. It was easier if I just did everything. But after 4 children, it turned out that 1, I wasn't actually better at it. And 2, the only reason I was better at it is because I continued to do it. And repetition makes you better at something. Practice makes perfect. The more night feedings I did, the better I got at it. The more I took care of sick kids, the better I got at it. It's not that I was better than my husband or just naturally quicker than my husband. It's that I was doing it. So therefore, I was better at it. I allowed my husband to be put into this little box and to stay in his little box of only being good at certain things when it came to parenting. But that was a big mistake because then it led to this incredibly unequal division of labor in our home. I was now better at packing school lunches, and I was better at signing them up for daycare, and I was faster at getting them to feel better when they were sick, and I was faster at filling out forms for school, but I wasn't actually better or faster at all of those things. I just did them, and I did them again and again and again, and so it got easier for me. When in reality, if he had been partnering with me on those things the whole time, he would be equally as good at those things. So when we talk about sharing the load 50-50 with our husbands or our partners, it's not about who's better or faster. It's about who's participating, because the more you participate in something, the better you get at it. Right? And so my husband has been participating with me equally for the last 1.5 years, and we are both very quick and efficient at things. And of course, there's always going to be different ways to operate. My husband's neurodivergent. I am not. He does things different than I do. I do them different than he does. We have freedom to do that, and we allow each other to, but neither one of us is better equipped to take care of our kids just because I'm a woman and he's a man. Also, oftentimes people will point to biology, right? Like women hear the babies. They wake up because they hear the babies. They're better at soothing the babies because they gave birth to the babies. But actually, even in situations where they didn't birth the children, this dynamic happens. I'm an adoptive mother, and my first 2 children were via adoption. And so they were not biologically mine, and they were older. They were 1 and 2 years old. And so I was not bonded to them in the same way that a birth mother might be. And yet, I was still better at waking up in the middle of the night, and I was still better at consoling them when they were sad, and I still happened to be better at all these things, but I wasn't actually better. I just cared immensely about doing it. I had been told my whole life that was my job as a mother, and so I dove headfirst into it. And he had been told his whole life that he's a dad. Dads go out and earn money. They show up and they participate, but it's not their job to kind of run the home and the kids. They're on the sidelines cheering mom on, saying, "Woo, babe, you're the rock. You hold us down." When in reality, we need 2 people. 2 people working together, it goes a lot better. And you don't end up burnt out like I did after my 4th kid. And that's when things changed for us. That's when we went 50-50.